All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show on Onebar with Lupagus to help celebrate the old Easter season and the draft coming up. We're going to do good egg, bad egg. We're going to each give ourselves some draft scenarios. We're going to decide big or bad egg. What do you say?
Sounds really good. And why, like, is the animal associated with Easter a bunny, and all we do is talk about eggs? Doesn't make sense.
Why is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm glad it is. I'm glad it's not a huge chicken. That's horrifying.
It would be horrifying.
It'd be much more horrifying. Hit that sub. Also, we'll be live Thursday, Friday of the draft. Join the draft party. We're going to have fun. Let us know in the comments if you think these are good or bad eggs. I got to say, I did these a day or two ago. I think mine are very heavily revolved around trades.
Mine are as well. One day to turn in your draft prediction videos as well. So get those to us. Prontissimo.
All right, let's do it. Hope everybody enjoys some nice ham, maybe some cheesy taters, whatever is on the menu. I'm gonna give you an egg first. You ready?
Yeah, that one's the color of my urine this morning.
Well, have a glass of water. You'll be just fine.
Good.
All right, here is the scenario from this egg. The Vikings trading 97 and a second rounder in next year's draft and 187 this year to the Jets to move up in 42. So they still have 24, but they move back up in the round 2 and they take Donovan Jackson. So we trade 97, second rounder next year, and 187. They get Donnie Jackson, guard, Ohio State.
So we're
good
not
egg or bad egg?
We won't have a second round pick like the third year in a row.
Whatever. No.
The Cleveland Browns from draft day?
We got a second round pick this year. We got Donovan Jackson.
No picks. That's like all of our picks this year, isn't it?
Starting left guard on top of the player that we took at 24, who is a mystery, unfortunately.
Yeah,
it's not a guard.
I guess, man, it's a lot to give up. I guess it's you get a starter, you get Donovan Jackson, get tackle. I guess that would tilt. That would point a hair to good egg.
Good egg. Wow, I'm surprised. I would say it's a good egg, but I didn't think you would.
All right, let's go with the purple one here.
Looks like a good egg. Purple egg is always a good egg.
Vikings trade 24 with the Browns to get it with pick 33 and something later. Anyway, that's not the question. The question is, at pick 23, they take Travion Henderson, running back.
Well, no, you said 33, right? They trade back 33. Good egg. Easily
really?
Good egg. I love that dude. I know we're good at running back, but you know what? If you're gonna sit and say like get the best player available, I think he's gonna be one of the best players available there. He is a boom. He is an absolute boom. Add some weapons to this offense. Hell yeah. Aaron Jones is not long for the world. Jordan Mason probably isn't a number one guy. Henderson could be your number one guy next year with JJ McCarthy, with Justin Jefferson. Delicious egg. Great egg.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. Take a running back before we expect them to. That's what
I would be surprised if they traded back and took me at 33, but I love that guy. I love him a lot. Maybe I'll marry him.
That was maybe the bad egg.
No, good egg.
More him or Carson Schlesinger.
I love.
You only have deep urine colored eggs.
I love Carson Schlesinger more than my family. Just kidding. That's not true. It's Easter. All right. Good. Yes, they're all dark urine colored eggs. Vikings. All right, here we go. Vikings pick Colston Loveland at 24 and Jalen Knoll at 97. Two positions that, not really expecting to go back to back, but they get some dandies. Colston Loveland, Jalen Knoll.
I was kind of prepared for this scenario, and you took my line. Like, looking back at drafts, we don't sit there and be like, "Oh my God, we had a need at D tackle, and we took a wide receiver." You go back and look like we should have got this player because he was the best player. He turned out to be the best player. He was on the board. Like, that's what you go back and look. Colston Loveland couldn't be the best player available at 24. One of the best players to come out of this class, let alone the best player at 24. So you get him when you can. Jalen Knoll, you said, the other wide receiver. Okay, I like him too. So that's a great egg.
I love Jalen Knoll. Those two guys, Higgins, I love those guys. Best player available. That's the theme, baby.
Well, and it may end up being the best players from this draft, and that's what you got to do.
Maybe it'll be the best players that ever play football.
Vikings trade up 2 spots and take defensive tackle Derek Harmon from Oregon.
Trade up 2 spots?
So they give up like 187, where the hell that pick is.
Really? That's all it'd take, huh?
Get ahead of those Packers to get Derek Harmon.
I mean, these. I'm fine with it. It's a fine egg. It's not a bad egg. It's a good. I'm fine with it. Good egg. I mean, you could say, we could take Walter Nolan, or we could take this guy. Maybe they're off the board. We get an impact guy. That's fine. If you were to say we traded up for like Walter Nolan, I probably would have said a bad egg, just a little more risky. So I'm good. Good. Harmon, good egg.
There's hints of panic in that move, but there's also strong hints that was their guy. That's their boy. That's who they decided. That's what they wanted. When you know that, you go up and get them.
All right. This egg is actually the color of my urine. So
you might want to go to the doctor.
Nah, it'll clear up. We'll clear up. I took an ibuprofen this morning. All right. Good egg, bad egg. Well, it ain't too far. Well, Vikings stick and pick and take Walter Nolan.
Again, it would depend on who is on the board. But
I'll throw an extra angle on this. Let's say one of the other top D tackles are still there, whether it's Harmon or Grant. So we stick and pick. We take Nolan over another D tackle.
If it's Grant, it's a bad egg, for sure. If it's Grant, it's a bad egg. So I'm a little bad egg on this one. Again, you got to, say this is what the team wanted. This is who they decided, and they know more than we do. And that's what I would say if that happened in real life. But
Lewis Cine was their guy.
Bad egg for me.
Ed Ingram was their guy. I don't know if they do no more.
Well, that's what we say when it happens. Bad egg.
Bad egg.
Shut that thing right back up the rooster's ass.
Did it come from a rooster?
No, that's where it's going to end up.
All right, poor rooster. Spit on it first.
You got one right here.
That one looks really small. Small egg.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's really wrinkled. All right, this light puce egg. Malachi Starks, Walter Nolan, and Carson Schlesinger on the board at pick 24. Vikings stick and pick. Guard Jonah Saviana from Arizona.
Good egg.
Really?
Yeah. Nah, I like that guy. I like him a lot. I mean, if you would have. So Starks, who else was there?
Malachi Starks, Walter Nolan, and Carson Schlesinger were all there.
I mean, I love Schlesinger.
Dying to be a Viking.
I mean,
pick me.
No, great egg. Delicious egg.
That was going to be the bad one.
No, there's not many scenarios I really hate in this year's draft. But that's a good egg. All right, here we go. Last one, pink egg. All right, here we go. Vikings trade up to 11 with the 49ers. They gave up 24, 97, and a round 2 pick next year. Kenneth Grant is the pick. All the way up to 11, second rounder next year, pretty much everything this year.
I don't care what it takes. You get Kenny Grant in purple. Hell yeah, good egg. Do it.
Wow.
Get your boy.
Right. We'll never know. Maybe he would have been there at 24.
Why risk it? Why risk it when you want him?
I'm all for it.
All right, this one here.
That was my last egg. I don't know how many you have.
It's my last egg too. All right. I actually did something in the draft last night. Vikings trade with the Seahawks. They end up getting their 2 second-round picks, 50 and 52. So their first pick comes at 50. With those picks, they land cornerback Zaire Thomas and safety Xavier Watts.
That's all they got? Were those 2 picks?
Well, they probably got something down the road, too, like a 4th or a 5th. I didn't do the math.
I like Thomas. I actually like Watts quite a bit.
Really bolstering that secondary. Man, it got way better.
I am going to say a bad egg on this one. I like Watts. I like Thomas. But it just doesn't have that.
It doesn't.
Like the two good players. And you know what?
Maybe not great.
Bad egg. I'm not going to try to convince myself otherwise.
I got you a bad egg. I'm so proud of myself.
That's where those guys probably should go. Thomas, that's a little bit of a steal there. You probably go before then, but nope, bad egg. That is like a sunny side up egg. Yuck. If you eat sunny side up egg, that's disgusting. Those are not cooked. Those are not done.
I have like 2 every week.
You need to flip it over. Over easy is the only way to go.
Delicious.
Sunny and runny.
Sauce, just lick the plate.
Sunny and runny is gross.
Good eating
over
right
easy.
there. Good eating.
Those are good egg, bad egg. I hope everybody has a wonderful Easter. Hope you find your eggs. Maybe a nice couple jelly beans.
And remember, they don't come from a rooster, and they don't go back into the rooster.
Don't do that.
Peter Cottontail. Remember Peter Cottontail, the common name for the Easter Bunny? He comes from a character created by children's book author Thornton Burgess.
Wow.